We stand at a critical juncture, facing complex challenges that demand our collective vigilance and informed action. Understanding the mechanisms that preserve our democratic institutions is not merely academic. It is an urgent civic imperative. This discourse will illuminate the insidious nature of totalism and cultic control, alongside the robust constitutional safeguards designed to protect our freedoms. Totalism represents a political or social system where a singular authority seeks absolute dominion over every facet of human existence. It systematically suppresses dissent and rigorously enforces a monolithic, all-encompassing ideology upon its populace. Such a system fundamentally negates individual autonomy and pluralistic thought. This pervasive control extends beyond governance, infiltrating personal beliefs, social interactions, and economic activities. It demands unwavering loyalty and conformity, often through coercive means. Recognizing its characteristics is the first step in its prevention. Our Constitution provides an intricate architecture specifically designed to preclude the emergence of totalist regimes. These structural safeguards are foundational to maintaining a free society. They distribute power and establish accountability, preventing any single entity from accumulating unchecked authority. The principle of separation of powers meticulously divides governmental functions among legislative, executive, and judicial branches. This division ensures that no single branch can unilaterally dictate policy or exert absolute control. It is a fundamental barrier against centralized power. Checks and balances empower each branch to limit the others, creating a dynamic equilibrium. Mechanisms like presidential vetoes, congressional oversight, judicial review, and confirmation processes mutually restrain power. This intricate system prevents overreach and promotes inter-branch accountability. Federalism further decentralizes authority by sharing power between the national government and individual states. This distribution across multiple levels of governance makes it exceedingly difficult for control to be centralized. It fosters diverse policy approaches and local autonomy. Representative government and popular sovereignty ensure leaders remain accountable to the citizenry through regular, free, and fair elections. This democratic process prevents the consolidation of power within an unelected ruling clique. It affirms the people as the ultimate source of governmental authority. The concept of limited, enumerated powers explicitly grants specific authorities to the federal government, reserving all others to the states or the people. This constitutional constraint prevents the expansion of broad, open-ended governmental authority. It delineates clear boundaries for federal action. Finally, the amendment process requires broad consensus for constitutional changes, demanding supermajorities at both federal and state levels. This deliberate difficulty prevents rapid legal alterations that could facilitate the establishment of totalizing rule. It safeguards the foundational principles of our republic. Beyond structural safeguards, the Bill of Rights enumerates fundamental individual liberties that directly impede totalist ambitions. These rights empower citizens and constrain governmental overreach. They are essential for maintaining a vibrant, pluralistic society. Freedom of speech, press, and assembly are indispensable for preventing the monopolization of information and enabling public challenge to power. These rights ensure a marketplace of ideas and the ability to organize dissent. They are the bedrock of an informed citizenry. Free exercise of religion and protection from government-imposed religion prevent state control over individual conscience and religious practice. This separation ensures spiritual autonomy and prevents the state from dictating belief systems. It safeguards personal conviction from governmental coercion. Due process and protection against arbitrary seizure or punishment are enshrined in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendments. These provisions limit the state's ability to detain, punish, or silence individuals without fair procedures. They guarantee fundamental fairness in legal proceedings. The right to bear arms and protections for militias and local defense historically serve as a check on the concentration of coercive force by the state. This right, while debated, was conceived as a means for citizens to resist potential tyranny. It underscores the ultimate sovereignty of the people. Rights to counsel, jury trial, and speedy trial make it significantly harder for the state to weaponize the legal system as an instrument of oppression. These procedural guarantees ensure justice is administered fairly and transparently. They protect individuals from arbitrary state power. Active engagement is crucial in resisting totalist tendencies and reinforcing democratic norms. Our collective actions can fortify the institutions that protect our freedoms. Vigilance and participation are not optional. They are essential. We must defend independent institutions, such as an impartial judiciary, a free and robust press, and a nonpartisan civil service. These entities serve as vital checks on executive power and ensure accountability. Their integrity is paramount to democratic health. Protecting civic pluralism involves encouraging and funding diverse civil society organizations, watchdog groups, and local initiatives. These groups offer alternative narratives and prevent the dominance of a single ideological perspective. They foster a rich tapestry of community engagement. Promoting civic education and media literacy equips citizens with the tools to understand governmental processes and critically evaluate information. This reduces vulnerability to propaganda, misinformation, and manipulative tactics. An informed populace is a resilient populace. Utilizing legal and electoral remedies holds officials accountable through regular elections, impeachment processes where appropriate, strategic litigation, and legislative safeguards. These mechanisms provide avenues for redress and democratic course correction. They are the peaceful means of asserting popular will. Decentralizing power by strengthening state, local, and community governance ensures decisions are not concentrated at a single, vulnerable center. This distribution of authority empowers local communities and fosters responsive governance. It builds resilience from the ground up. The principles of totalism often manifest in smaller, more localized forms, particularly within cultic groups. Understanding these dynamics is vital for individual and community protection. Cults represent micro-totalitarian systems. A cult is defined as a group organized around a charismatic leader or an all-encompassing ideology that exerts excessive control over its members. It systematically isolates individuals from outside influences and demands absolute conformity. This control often extends to every aspect of a member's life. For prevention and early intervention, individuals should research groups thoroughly before joining, watch for signs of one-person dominance, and be wary of demands for isolation or uniformity. Pressure to sever outside ties is a significant red flag. Critical evaluation is paramount. Regarding support and exit strategies, rebuilding trust with an affected individual is crucial. Avoiding confrontational deprogramming, providing emotional and financial support, and connecting them to therapy and peer support facilitates recovery. Empathy and patience are key. Community and legal responses involve documenting abuses, reporting criminal behavior to law enforcement, and utilizing civil litigation where appropriate. Mobilizing local leaders and media to expose dangerous practices can protect others. Collective action can dismantle harmful structures. Long-term recovery necessitates trauma-informed therapy, peer support groups for former members, and education on coercive influence techniques. Helping individuals rebuild social networks and practical life skills is essential for reintegration. Healing is a continuous process. Each of us holds agency in safeguarding our democratic principles and protecting ourselves and our communities. Our individual choices collectively shape our societal resilience. These immediate actions are within everyone's grasp. Stay informed and skeptical by verifying claims, seeking multiple credible sources, and maintaining a healthy skepticism toward groups demanding unquestioning loyalty. Critical thinking is your most potent defense against manipulation. Do not accept information at face value. If you are worried about someone, help them by building a caring relationship and asking non-judgmental questions. Keep communication channels open and connect them with professionals experienced in cult recovery. Your support can be a lifeline. Use civic tools by actively voting, supporting institutional independence, backing transparency measures, and engaging in community organizations. These actions strengthen pluralism and resilience within our society. Your participation is invaluable. The preservation of liberty is an ongoing endeavor, demanding constant vigilance and active participation from every citizen. Let us collectively uphold the principles that safeguard our freedom and prevent the encroachment of totalism in all its forms.